And saddest videos that I've ever done. I just received some really bad news and I'm using this time for help. Right now, I would be preparing all my ingredients and prepping the kitchen to go live, notifying you guys that I planned on going live. And an hour ago, I just received some of the worst news of my life. And I have a lot of people to thank today, and the list is on my phone. I haven't transcribed it. My phone is off, so I'm sitting next to the house to use the Wi Fi. Thank you so much, guys. And I was really excited about doing chicken wings tonight, which I spent time yesterday making sure that I have everything to do them, and I've completely lost my mojo because I don't know what to do, where to go, and I am completely out of options. And I feel helpless. Those of you who don't know, I lost my dad 2 or 3 years ago. Numbers have never been my strong suit. I try to add up in my head, and numbers just go everywhere. So that has always been. So I have not had a relationship with my mom for about 2 or 3 months now because I have completely cut her out of my life. For the past 6 to 8 months, my mom has been going downhill mentally. She is completely convinced that I am somehow stealing from her. I live an hour away from my mom. I drive a minivan. There's no way that I would do that. There's no possible way that I would do that. And not only that, with gas mileage, I also live in the mountains. So I had to take that minivan up mountains to go visit her. Um, the other vehicle I have and the friends that I have get better gas mileage, but they have no care, consideration, or any type of motivation to go up there. Hey, how are you? I have been a lot better. I This is not the video I ever planned or wanted to do, but I am at my wit's end. My my mom called me today to tell me that she is donating my car, my father's car, rather than giving it to me. The one thing that I wanted from my dad. Growing up, my dad was probably the best person in my life. And when we were in that car, it was just me and him all the time. We could talk about anything. To this day, I can't have conversations with anybody the way I had conversations with my dad in that car. And rather than my mom do the right thing, she continued to accuse me of stealing from her. So here's a few things. For a couple of years now, my mom has been going downhill mentally. I noticed it. I noticed it really bad when I was going through my custody battle with my abusive ex and my daughter. She would just make decisions and off the wall things, and it was like she would go through these spells, but she wasn't comprehending things. And I tell my dad, I'm like, Dad, something's got to be done. She's not okay. And there's nothing you can do. Even the health department, when I was taking my daughter in for infants and toddlers, they were like, your mom is showing signs of dementia. I'm like, I know this. Since my father has passed, it has been accelerated. And in the attempts, I moved out in November because I was desperately trying to get out of my parents' house after my dad died. And I finally found my way out, thank God. But I had to move an hour away because I've also adopted a stalker in my quest to get out. And the stalker was threatening my life. I mean, there's so much crazy stories. I don't even want to put my personal life out on my international platform, but I'm too the point I cannot lose this car. This is the one thing of my dad's. Anything else can be gone. This is the one thing of my dad's I want. So my mom, rather than talk or apologize for the pain that she has caused, because I can't talk to her. I haven't been able to talk to her for almost a year now because she is convinced somehow that we are going over to the house and stealing from her. She's not taking care of herself. My dad's car is in massive disrepair. I tried, I think last September or October, I think it was September, I planned to spend my entire month's check to fix that car. I was taking it to AutoZone to have them run a diagnostic on it and find out everything it needed because it was my dad's car and I had been wanting for a year or two to get it back on the road. And rather than do anything to help me, my mom called the cops and claimed that I stole the car when she was a rat. For 2 years now. Not 2 years, I'm sorry. Almost a year. Every time I talk to her, she has lost something else in the house. And claim that somehow we're magically going over there and taking it. And I've even given her my house keys. So if something was to happen to my mom tomorrow, I can't get in the house to help her. I said in the last video I was talking about it because I told her I had to cut her out of my life. I had to. I couldn't stand the toxicity anymore. And for about a month or two since I've cut her out, I felt great. The last time I went to saw my mom was actually to pick up the packages that you guys have sent me. Thank you so much. There's still stuff at my mom's house I have to get that I can't. We showed up at my mom's house and she had locked herself in the car with the phone. And she was preparing like she was defending her life. And rather than let me get my curtain, the other package that was in the garage, and that's the sugar skull curtain that I want so bad, and I know exactly where it is, rather than let me obtain my stuff, she called the police again on me when she knew I was coming to collect my things. This is how, and my mother doesn't understand what she did wrong. She doesn't comprehend that she has done something horrible to me. It was the most erratic, bizarre behavior I have ever seen out of her in my life. So as soon as I got home, I called the Department of Aging, I called the health department, and I don't know who else I called. But I made so many phone calls, and I have asked. The past 2 years, I'm like, my mom needs help. What do I do, guys? These agencies have let me down. I'm an hour away. And what kept me from calling these agencies so long is I don't want to impose my will on another person. That's wrong. That's something you should never do. But I feel like I'm out of options. I don't remember if it was the Department of Aging or if it was the health department, but they told me they were going to assign a caseworker to my mom and try to backdoor to getting her some help. Well, she just accused me of going through her house and taking stuff yet again. So I know that she's still hoarding, which has been a massive issue since my daughter was born. And now that my dad is gone, and when my dad was gone, the hoarding was bad when I moved back in from my abusive relationship. And I actually fought moving back in because I did not want to deal with the hoarding. But now it's gotten to the point my mom cannot find anything in her house, and she is convinced herself that I have done it, that I've somehow taken stuff from her house. Like today, it came up my father's ring. My father's ring has been missing since my dad was in the hospital. I don't know if we took it, if he wore it to the hospital, or if he kept it home, or if we brought it home and put it somewhere. But the ring has been missing for years. Now, suddenly, the ring is missing, which tells me that her mental state is horrible. And I keep repeating myself and I apologize. I cannot deal with this anymore. Like I said, I had to cut her out of my life because I couldn't deal with the toxicity. But now I'm about to lose the one thing I want most, the one thing I cherish. So she still thinks that we're stealing from her, which is something we never do, which tells me that nobody has a warning, which tells me that no one has been into that house. Hey, Sam. I don't know who to call. The house is not in livable condition. It hasn't been. That's why I was so determined to get out of it. She doesn't have water. Rather than wash her clothes, she buys new clothes. I don't know what the caseworker is doing because obviously these problems are still going on. I don't know who else to call. I don't know what to do when I'm an hour away and can't get up there. But I can't lose this car. It's the one thing of my dad's that I want. I have swallowed so much pride to do this video. And you guys have been such an amazing audience. And I'm sorry. You guys did everything to help me this past week. Make sure that I stay afloat. You guys have encouraged me, supported me, put links up. I mean, I was gonna do chicken wings tonight. I have never fried chicken wings. The last time I tried to fry something in a pan was a blooming onion, and I set the kitchen on fire. And that was 10 years ago. I was gonna face that fear tonight. I was looking forward to it. Up until an hour ago, I had everything prepared. Maybe I'll do it tomorrow, maybe next week, maybe whenever I get my mojo back. Please, guys, I need help. I need to know who to call. I need to know what to do. I need to know what steps to take. My mom needs help. Blackened chicken in that case. Oh, this was a blooming onion. This can't go on. My mom has no friends because she has pushed everybody away with wild accusations through the years. Like, I want to say 6-7 years ago, maybe, we buried her best friend and they weren't on speaking terms at all. My mom refused to go to the funeral. I don't know if she was welcome there or not. But it's just, I'm putting so much of my personal life out here right now. I am really desperate. I want a relationship with my mom. She needs to have somebody in her life, and if something happens to her, there's nobody there for her. There's nobody willing to be there with her for the type of person she is. But I mean, it's just, I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry to make this video. I know I've asked for help from my mom for years on Facebook through family and friends, and they've given me advice. And like I said, I pondered on it because it doesn't feel right to force your will upon somebody. You guys have been awesome. Leave a comment, message me, anything. Thanks, Sam. Love you. How's Tammy doing? Give me some good news, please. Sam, how's your wife? Awesome. I'm glad to hear that she's doing well. Thank you. I looked at my kitchen and I'm just sitting here. It's like she's still busy with the weather job. Also, oh God, she's really got to be busy right now if she's tracking anything in Florida. But then again, you're in British Columbia, so that probably doesn't affect you at all. Hi, I'm live. What's up? Do something. Can you close the door and I'll be in a minute, please?
I gotta go outside.
Oh, you gotta go outside?
Yeah, to grab something.
Okay, go
From
outside.
Will's car.
Okay, don't say names. Please, no names.
Okay.
Thank you. So I gotta go. I came out of my apartment. Dude, you're vibrating the whole steps to try to get some privacy. Obviously, that doesn't work. I even dressed up and looked cute today. I don't know. I don't know what else to say. I'm surprised my mascara or eyeliner isn't running other than making hoods under my eyes, but so that's where I'm at, guys. Whatever help, assistance, advice, I'll take it. I mean, this is going on long enough. I have cut her off from the kids too because I don't want the kids to see her in this state. My daughter watched me get beaten to shit by her dad. My kids watched my dad die. My kids have seen enough junk that they don't need to see their grandma completely losing her mind. They don't need to see the way I'm standing up to her and trying to fight for her, which is literally fighting her. They've been through enough. It's like, I know I'm an amazing mom, but I can't control the whim of everything in the world. Anyway, I've been dragging on for over 15 minutes. I love you guys. I'm gonna go back in the house and probably cry myself to, I don't know, because I gotta start dinner here soon and I don't even feel like cooking. I don't feel like doing anything. So, like I said, you can come up.
Sorry.
You good? You already came out.
I tried to close the door quietly.
No, you're good. You can show everybody how hairy your legs are. Oh, I guess that shelf's getting put up. All right, go ahead. Oh, wait, stay here for a sec. Look at these legs. This is a 14-year-old. No, I don't have power. I know you did not just lock that door. Okay, I thought I heard it lock. Power of attorney, that was something I was advised to do, and that's to funny was to go for guardianship and put my will onto somebody else unless I absolutely have to, and get it ASAP and can help you give it. Yeah, because my mom's not thinking straight. She's delusional. Yeah, close that door. My mom's not thinking straight.
I'm a potato.
She's not thinking straight. I don't know what other decisions she's making, and now they're doing it to make me laugh. I love these guys. I love you guys. If you haven't, if this is the first video of mine you've seen, they're usually a lot more upbeat than this, I promise. I usually have fun, have a blast, and everybody's happy. Please subscribe. It helps my channel. It helps promote. No. There's, what was the same as last year? Sam, I'm sorry. Brandon, when the replay of this comes up, there is a whole almost 20 minutes of everything that just happened an hour ago and the past few years, I'm not okay. So, if you do wish to support me, my Cash App, PayPal, and Patreon are in the links, are in the description. I also have the Amazon wish list in there. I did open a merch store. I have the hoodies that you guys wanted. Maybe the links in there. I'm not too sure if I got that in there permanently or not yet, but you can always ask me. That's fine. Thank you guys so much. I love yous. And I will be back. I will be back to the happy person I am, putting everything in its place and hiding how I feel, but that's not going to be today. So, thank you for watching.